Alright, so the other day I wanted to install Black Clover on my Apple device, my iPad, to just have it in as many devices as possible, which is really convenient, right? And I noticed that the game on the Apple Store, on the Google Play is not like this, but on the Apple Store is at a 3.7 rating. This is specifically the Korean app, I'm not sure about the Japanese app. But I found that to be very odd. 3.7 is a very low score. Not just for, subjectively, me saying, okay, the game is not a 3.7 game. Like, if Grand Cross is a 4.7, I think this should be at the same level. I'm saying 3.7 is low in general, like for any app at all. So I went in and I really wanted to see what people are judging, because I didn't take a screenshot of that specifically, but majority of the reason why it's so low is a lot of people giving 1 stars, like not even like 4, 3, just straight up 1 stars. And why? So I took some screenshots. I wanted to use you can see like the 1 star right here. I wanted to use like a website to translate the images so I can show on screen, but they look absolutely awful. And honestly, most of these say the same thing. You can see 1 right here, and then 3 right here, 2 right here. They say all basically the same thing. And, is this something that Global should take note and then fix it for when the game comes out? Maybe. Maybe not, honestly. These are very petty things that people are giving 1-star reviews for. So I'm going to list the things people are complaining about. And again, maybe it can be fixed, maybe not. Number 1 thing, the replies, the 1 stars are complaining about. Game crashing. Personally, on my iPad, which is, an Apple device, I've only seen it crash once, so there is crashing. On the emulator, also, I've only seen once after playing for like 12 hours. Not really a problem for me. If you've been experiencing that, let me know, but not that much. Number 2, needing a VPN. Apparently, a lot of people, that are Korean or on vacation or something, and they want to play the game, but not available in your region, even though you were a Korean person. Let's say, an example, you're a Korean person from Korea, South Korea. Still can play the game because you're not in the location. I personally think, for the Japanese and Korean version, that's stupid. I don't know why they require you to be on the location for you to play the game. It just drives away people from playing the version. I guess they want those people to play global, but still, well, if you're not there, but you do speak Japanese, you do speak Korean. Personally, I think that's not an issue global will have to deal with, but definitely something I wish they would fix. Number 3, this is the big one. This is the big one. This is actually the most commented one. Story stamina. So I'm gonna go through how story stamina works for the ones that haven't been playing the beta. Or sorry, this might as well be a beta, okay? This is the Korean version. The global version is the real version, but those that haven't been playing the Korean version. If you have, sorry, I'm gonna actually go through it. You already know how it works, but still. The story has a separate stamina system from the regular stamina. The regular stamina is used to farm stuff, right? You farm the XP stage, gear stage, stuff. You just farm stuff. But the story is specifically for story. So that when there's a fight, I can show because I'm already done a story for like a long time ago. When there's a fight in story, you need to use the story stamina. This is the thing. Lots of people were very upset they couldn't do all the 3 chapters in like 1 hour because they had to use either gems to buy the story stamina, which I don't recommend, by the way. When Global comes out, do not buy. It's not worth the price at all, okay? Not worth it at all to plow through story in the first day because you're going to be failing as well. I did not buy a single story ticket at all. You know why? Because you don't have to. You don't need to do the story in like an hour. Especially because it was 3 chapters at launch. They're only going to be releasing 1 chapter at a time from now on. Next chapter is chapter 4. And if you just hang on to like 6, which is the cap for when the chapter drops, it's going to be in like 2 weeks, I think. You're probably going to be doing that in like 1 day. It's really not that big of a deal. I like the story stamina system. I'm like the first person you're going to hear say this because it was wildly hated. You know why? I'll tell you why. Okay, so in Grand Cross, right? Let's say story comes out. I do the story. I use regular stamina. I'm done with story. Now I have to wait for the next story chapter in like a month. And that's it. That's the extent of story. Story stamina is actually used when there is no story going on. There are these stages. So these are regular stages here. All they're here for is to drop crystals. They have a fixed 24 crystal drop, and it costs 1 story stamina, and they have a chance of dropping the SSR awakening material as well. I've personally got like 4 of these so far. I don't know, it doesn't show the rates for these drops. I have not got a single one of the SR or R, but I've got 4 of these so far. I don't know, maybe I got lucky. I don't know if the drops are really bad, but I just got lucky. And you recharge a single stamina for every 6 hours, so it's 4 per day. It's just free crystals. You're not going to be constantly doing story. This is not a thing that's constantly happening. The story stamina system is literally here to give you free gems when there's no story. And when there is a story, you use it for a story. Personally, I don't think the system is bad, but they're already circumventing it, by the way. So the biggest issue was, okay, people want to plow through story day 1, even though they're gonna be like defeated by the bosses because they're trying so hard to go through as fast as possible. They're not farming gear, they're not farming XP. Regardless, right? People were failing the story multiple times because they kept trying, buy more PvP stamina. Sorry, story stamina. Regardless, they already remedied that. By the time you're at chapter 3, you got much more extra story tickets and stuff like that. So it's kind of already fixed, and I think it's a non-issue. So that was like the biggest thing. Like majority of the 1-star reviews are complaining about the system, which if you think is annoying, sure, but on the long run, I think is a good system. You know, just the fact that story is a thing that only comes around once a month. You get a chapter, then you have to wait for the next chapter. In case of like Grand Cross, for example, after like 2 or 3 months sometimes for a new chapter. You don't really think about story that much, but with the system, it's just here. You get some crystals. If you forget to, you know, hold on to some before a new chapter comes out, you might have to wait. What if you wait? What's going to happen if you wait? You're going to die before you can finish the chapter? No, it's going to take you like 2 days. Calm down. Nonetheless, what is the 4th one? So that was not the last one. The 4th one I seen a lot of complaints about, and apparently it's a bug because, I mean, I assume it's a bug because a lot of people are complaining. People saying they pulled an SSR, but they're not in their character collection. So I don't know, maybe one of you have experienced this playing the game. I haven't seen it happen. Like, no, I've never seen anyone talk about this. So, but there are like a bunch of complaints of this. I don't know if it's people thinking they pulled like red Yami, but they actually pulled blue Yami. I don't know. Might be sort of that. There's a lot of like non-gacha players in the reply saying, oh, I wanted to experience the story of Black Clover, but there's only like 3 chapters. And you can't do the whole anime. Like, yeah, sure, of course not. They can't just put the whole anime in the game instantly, right? So, lots and lots and lots of 1-star reviews, and that's all of them. I just compiled all of them for you. In my opinion, non-issues for the most part, but I would like the VPN change to be changed because every time I update the game, I have to use one, and it's pretty annoying. Regardless, that's about it.